Hi, I'm Renee McInnes, CEO of NVNA and Hospice. And how I responded to the frontline workers who were exhibiting, there was so much fear and anxiety, not only about COVID and work, but about what was happening globally and with their lives at home. So how we responded initially was obviously, like every other agency, we have an emergency preparedness program. And so we go right into incident command, right? And get flow charts out and updates from the CDC and DPH every day, updating everybody. What we soon realized was, we were here, a group of us were here to support our frontline workers so that when they came in to collect their PPE, that we would be here to support them. Everybody else went remote. Zoom became one thing that we had to purchase right away. But what we quickly realized is that they had so many fears and anxiety around many different things, not just, are you going to give us the right PPE? Of course we are. Are we going to have enough PPE? Absolutely every day updating them on how we were securing PPE, what we would be distributing to them on a weekly basis, and so on. But it was around, I'm so nervous. Am I going to lose my job? I understand, all of a sudden our census drops, right? We're down 40%. And all of those anxieties came out. So husbands losing their job. How is this all going to work for my children? Just fearful about, not particularly asking us questions about their health and wellness, but about the community and their family. So we realized we really needed to get some Zoom town halls going quickly. So we pulled together the team. It was obviously human resources, quality improvement, VP of clinical operations, and myself. And the four of us would band together and do weekly town halls where they could Zoom in, they could ask questions live, get into the chat, because our HR, God bless her phone was blowing up with questions and concerns around quarantine. So we felt like every week we needed to update everyone around, we're not going to furlough. We received the PPP loan, which we were very blessed to get, some health stimulus money. So alleviate their fears about their financial situation, and also alleviate their fears about the PPE and the safety of them caring for their patients in the home. And so our three themes were patient safety, staff safety, and business continuity. And someone grabbed me in the hall one day and said, are we going to be okay financially? So understanding that, there were other fears and anxieties around this whole epidemic, pandemic, and which continue today. So we continue with the Zooms, town halls, and it's changing as we recover, but the issues and concerns, so that was really how we reacted to alleviate some of the anxiety and fear, and open door policy, and the senior leadership team here to support them. So when thank yous weren't enough, how did we respond to our staff to show our appreciation? And that question is a good one because it's challenging, and we had to kind of huddle and think about, what do the staff really want? What was nice was several of the physical therapists were working with us in-house to help us to secure PPE, pack up PPE, work with different vendors to try to get PPE, from actually driving up to the partner site where they were giving out PPE. So we had some boots on the ground staff in here helping us, and we would say to them, what can we do for the staff? What's important, besides, their managers reaching out, thank you, we appreciate you, the board reaching out, thank you, we appreciate you. And they said, they're really hot with the PPE. They don't like the, this particular mask or that particular mask. Can we get the goggles are fogging up? Can we get them the face shield? So that's exactly what we did. We, pivoted to try to support them while they're working with these patients in the hot summer. And, you know, the elderly don't like to put the air conditioning on. So that was a challenge. They were challenged in doing their job. So that was one thing. We would, when they came in for their PPE once a week, we would have snacks for them. Community people baked cupcakes for them. And we made sure that the senior leadership team would rotate through to make sure we said thank you when they came in, and what else can we do for you. HR was very involved. She actually was packing up the snacks, so was I. So I think just showing support to them around that. And then also, you know, sending out gift cards here and there. What can we do? Here's a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Those type of simple things, I think, showed appreciation. And my board of directors just asked recently, you know, what can we do to help them? And so I went to the clinical managers and I said, what do you think they want? They love the gift cards. I'm like, okay, another gift card. So crafted a letter of appreciation from them, knowing that, you know, they support them. And, you know, they were very supportive during COVID, making sure people knew that they were still going to get their cost of living raise. Are we going to get the 401k contribution? Yes. Those types of things were weighing on people's minds, and still always worrying about the layoffs, you know, and making them feel comfortable that we're okay. We've been super transparent about all of that. Here's what we got for the PPP loan. Here's where it goes. But look our census is back up. So we're doing great. So during the crisis, I think it was supporting them with the struggles they had, seeing their patients with the PPE, and just a little thank you here and there with a gift card or a snack and a smile went a long way. And asking them, how are you doing? How's your family doing? The other thing we were super transparent about was the flexibility we'll offer you while your children are home. What can we do to help? Could you team up? Someone works, you know, this many hours and you work a little more into the evening, and making sure that everybody had was able to use the telehealth to communicate with their patients, and supporting them internally with doing virtual visits with their patients from the telehealth team when we weren't able to visit them in their home, because some patients did not want us in their home or families did not want us in their home. So we were supporting them with our telehealth team to be able to connect with their patients and families, in particular hospice. Really use the telehealth with hospice, virtual visits with the iPads, and the telehealth team stepped up to help them with that. So I think those are the simple things that we did to show appreciation. You know, I think we all struggle with, especially when you have a largely remote workforce, how do we, with our people strategy, we're always talking about how do we cascade the information down to the field clinicians, and so they feel a part of even what's the strategic plan, what are these people doing, where are they going, how's this all working? Because as we know, they're so busy. For them to come into the office is a challenge. They don't want to come into the office for a pizza party. They want to go home to their families. And so we're definitely continuing with the Zoom. We've had great attendance. We do it at 4 o'clock, believe it or not, on a Friday. We have had, out of 300 employees, 150 to 200 people log in, because they can quickly log in. They get home, they're done with seeing their patients, and they can Zoom in and get the updated information and ask questions real time. So they've loved that. We will definitely continue that, because it's always been a challenge to get people into the office for any kind of event or recognition. We've also talked about doing, you know, little recognition awards. So for people that are stepping up, or, you know, hospice had a rough week this week. So just doing spot awards, I think that we're talking about continuing that. The simple snacks when they pick up their PPE, they love waters, you know, lemonade on a hot day when they come in. So connecting with them when we do see them. We do, because we used to at least have some team meetings, or, you know, now we can't have, you know, how many people can we have in a room? Not many. So we're not able to even say, hey, we brought bagels in this morning. Great job. Also, senior leadership showing their faces more and being more connected with the field staff, I think is something we need to continue to focus on and pay attention to, and make an effort to do, scheduling that into our day. So there are definitely things that we will continue into the future, and it's always a challenge to figure out how to cascade the information that you want your clinicians to know so they feel like they're part of the team. We value you. What else can we do for you to make your job, your day, a better day? So definitely good question. We're going to continue to do some of those things that we learned. We're going to do more of this. We had 3 of the clinicians come in, one from hospice, a home health aide, and a nurse. And they talked about, they did a COVID story. One was talking about, the home health aide was talking about, how her patient just was more worried about her than herself, and saying, mm-hmm. Oh, honey, you doing okay out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And how she's the only, that was the only socialization she had, and she was so excited to see her, and how, but it's so challenging giving them a shower with all the PPE on, yeah. And how lovely and delightful the patient was, and just the sweetest story. And then, the hospice nurse talking about, this is what we do, but it's so hard when they can't see your face, because that's what it's all about, is the connection, the personal connection, and the smile, and so she said we had to learn how to use more of our eyes, to connect with people. So it's interesting how you adapt and learn how to still connect and get that same sense of support to your patients. So it was interesting, and the town hall, they loved it, because people that aren't clinicians from our office, or who logged in, and some board members who logged in, were just so moved by their stories, because you can't make it up unless you've been there.